Bitcoin gold value equivalent to $23,713 a coin. The present exchange cost range $23.49 $23.80 466. The earlier day close $23 up on 2 and 45. The change was plus 0.768 plus 33%. Opposite rate US to BTG. Dollar to Bitcoin gold estimate for May 2024. Before all else cost at 0.41 coins. Excessive costs 41, while low zone 33. The arrived at the midpoint of costs are 38. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end zone 35 at change for May 14 6%. Before all else cost at 0.29 coins. Excessive costs are 29, while low zone 23. The arrived at the midpoint of costs are 27. The US to BTG figure toward the month's end zone 25, change for October 13 8%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold figure for November 2024. Initially cost at 0.25 coins. Excessive costs are 25, while low zone 20. The arrived at the midpoint of costs are 23. The US to BTG figure toward the month's end zone 21, change for November 16%. US to BTG expectation for December 2024. At the outset cost at 0.21 coins. Excessive costs 22, while low zone 19. The arrived at the midpoint of cost zone 21. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end 0.20, change for December 8%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold conjecture for January 2025. Before all else cost at 0.20 coins. Excessive costs 0.22, while lows are 19. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.20. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end 0.20, change for January 0%. US to BTG expectation for February 2025. To start with cost at 0.20 coins. Exorbitant costs 0.21, while lows on 18. The found the middle value of cost 0.20. The US to BTG estimate toward the month's end 0.20, change for February's %. Dollar to Bitcoin gold estimate for walk 2025. To start with cost at 0.20 coins. Exorbitant costs 0.21, while lows on 18. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.20. The US to BTG figure toward the month's end 0.19, change for spring 5%. US to BTG expectation for April 2025. Initially cost at 0.19 coins. Excessive costs 0.19, while lows are 16. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.18. The US to BTG figure toward the month's end 0.17, change for April 5%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold figure for May 2025. First and foremost cost at 0.17 coins. Exorbitant costs 0.17, while lows on 15. The found the middle value of cost on 16. The US to BTG estimate toward the month's end on 16, change for May 9%. US to BTG expectation for June 2025. Initially cost at 0.16 coins. Excessive costs on 17, while lows near 15. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.16. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end 0.16, change for June 0%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold conjecture for July 2025. At the outset cost at 0.16 coins. Excessive costs 0.19, while lows 16. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.17. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end zone 18, change for July 5%. US to BTG expectation for August 2025. To start with cost at 0.18 coins. Exorbitant costs 0.21, while lows on 18. They found the middle value of cost on 19. The US to BTG estimate toward the month's end 0.20, change for August 1%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold estimate for September 2025. First and foremost cost at 0.20 coins. Exorbitant costs 0.26, while lows on 20. They found the middle value of cost 0.23. The US to BTG estimate toward the month's end 24, change for September 20%. US to BTG expectation for October 2025. First and foremost cost at 0.24 coins. Exorbitant costs on 24, while lows are on 19. They found the middle value of cost 0.22. The US to BTG gauge toward the month's end zone 20, change for October 7%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold gauge for November 2025. In the first place cost at 0.20 coins. Exorbitant costs are 26, while lows are in 20. They found the middle value of cost 0.23. The US to BTG gauge toward the month's ends or 24, it changed for November 20%. As to BTG expectation for December 2025. Before all else cost at 0.24 coins. Excessive cost 0.31, while low zone 24. The arrived at the midpoint of cost zone 27. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end zone 29, change for December 28%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold conjecture for January 2026. Before all else cost at 0.29 coins. Excessive cost 0.37, while low zone 29. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.32. The US to BTG figure toward the month's end 0.34, change for January 17.2%. US to BTG expectation for February 2026. Initially cost at 0.34 coins. Excessive costs to 34, while low zone 28. The arrived at the midpoint of costs to 32. The US to BTG figure toward the month's end 0.30, change for February 11.8%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold figure for Walk 2026. At the outset cost at 0.30 coins. Excessive costs 0.30, while low zone 25. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.28. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end 0.27, change for spring 10%. As to BTG expectation for April 2026. Initially cost at 0.27 coins. Excessive cost 0.34, while low zone 27. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.30. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end zone 32, change for April 18.5%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold conjecture for May 2026. In the first place, cost at 0.32 coins. Excessive costs 0.41, while low zone 32. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 36. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end 0.38, change for May 18.8%. As to BTG expectation for June 2026. Before all else cost at 0.38 coins. Excessive cost 0.47, while lows do 38. The arrived at the midpoint of cost zone 42. The US to BTG conjecture toward the month's end 0.44, change for June 15.8%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold conjecture for July 2026. Before all else cost at 0.44 coins. Excessive cost 0.44, while lows on 36. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.41. The US to BTG estimate toward the month's end 0.38, change for July 13.6%. As to BTG expectation for August 2026. To start with cost at 0.38 coins. Exorbitant cost 0.49, while lows on 38. The found the middle value of cost on 43. The US to BTG estimate toward the month's end 0.45, change for August 18.4%. Dollar to Bitcoin gold estimate for September 2026. Initially cost at 0.45 coins. Excessive costs 45, while lows are on 36. The arrived at the midpoint